Moro the Planet Eater, the star of the best saga of Super, as some have called it, is one of the most powerful and cunning villains Goku and friends have ever come face to face with in the world of Dragon Ball. I'm going to give you the rundown of who Moro is, his powers and abilities, the inspiration behind his designs, his origins, and more. Let's get into it. In December of 2018, Jump Festa 2019 took place, and during its Dragon Ball Super panel, a message from Toyotaro was revealed. In the message, Toyotaro announces the brand new story in Super that would take place after Dragon Ball Super Broly. This being the Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga, a story about a prisoner who escaped from the Galactic Penitentiary, and a new Galactic Patrolman heads to Earth in search of Majin Buu, whose power could be the key to apprehending this escapee, but Goku and Vegeta become roped in this case. Aside from the plot of the new arc, two concept arts were shown, one being Miras, the new Galactic Patrolman, and the other being Moro, the Galactic Prisoner, an old anthropomorphic blue goat who rocks a light brown cloak and snake split red eyes. From the get-go, you can sense the ominous vibe to him, and Toyotaro even said when designing Moro he based his initial design on Grim Reapers. Planet Eaters are a popular concept in fiction such as Marvel Comics' Galactus, but Moro wasn't the first Planet Eater in the world of Dragon Ball. There was another who faded into obscurity due to only appearing at the time in a virtual reality game made by Sega. His name is Majin Ozoto, nicknamed the Super Monster, and he was created for the arcade game Dragon Ball Z Virtual Reality Versus, or VRV, and was designed by series creator Akira Toriyama. Majin Ozoto returned in the Prison Planet saga of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which debuted in July of 2018, and funnily enough, Toyotaro is a fan of Majin Ozoto, so perhaps the Super Monster influenced the creation of Moro. Moro makes his first official appearance in manga chapter 43 during a flashback where, in his prime, he's shown to be in an intense battle with Daikaio, the Grand Supreme Kai, and the South Supreme Kai. With his magic, Moro throws everything but the kitchen sink at them, and it's revealed that he's able to draw out life energy from nearby planets in order to become stronger. Think of it like a reverse Genkidama, where instead of planets willingly sharing life energy with Goku to form an attack, Moro instead steals that life energy and voids the planets of everything they have. Moro's life energy absorption technique draws inspiration from Kunum, one of the gods from Egypt who happens to be a goat too, but unlike Moro, Kunum was known for the procreation of life. Daikaio tells South Supreme Kai of a sealing technique he created in emergencies such as this, but it would come at the cost of his god power, which is why it's far too dangerous to teach to anyone else. Daikaio whips out the Kaikai Machiro technique, and Moro's magic is sealed away, only to be taken to jail by the Galactic Police, predecessors to the Galactic Patrol. Moro's inability to escape from the galactic prison caused him to live for 10 millions of years due to no one being able to kill him now that he was on death row. When Goku searches for Moro's key, we get our first real glimpse of Moro without his cloak's hood on, rocking an insidious smile. Goku becomes terrified and urges Vegeta to not search for Moro, as Moro knew someone was searching for him. Goku explains the nature of Moro's ki, as it wasn't massive or in any way divine, but it was as if a whole lot of people were screaming in pain. Miras calls Moro's ki as a mass of slaughtered souls due to his ability to be able to steal life energy from planets and convert it into his own, which would explain his limitless lifespan. Old Man Moro's full appearance is revealed in chapter 44 in tribute to Piccolo Daimo's first appearance in Dragon Ball. Toyotaro wanted to further push the nuance of Moro being an irredeemable villain like the latter. Broken out of jail by Cranberry, a deserter of the Frieza Force, Moro heads to New Namek to gather the Dragon Balls and make a wish. Old Man Moro battles Vegeta, and although decrepit, Moro shows that he can still hang, seeing as he took on Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God. Moro drops the cloak and appears very old. His primary design seems to be inspired by Baphomet, a satanic goat humanoid who some worship in real life. It's revealed that Moro is capable of using the life force energy of a planet, as he uses New Namek's energy to engulf himself in fire, which adds a new spin to the title God of Hellfire. Moro utilizes this as a weapon to try and put down Vegeta and Evolved Blue, but Vegeta powers through and sends Moro to be baptized. However, Moro, like a bat out of hell, rises from the waters of New Namek to eat up a portion of life force from New Namek's exceptional energy. Miras reveals that Moro can steal his opponent's ki during the course of their battle, which is another dangerous advantage that he has. Goku and Vegeta are in shambles after going back and forth with Moro, who launches a blast which causes a big explosion and proceeds to literally stomp them. Stealing the last bit of energy Goku and Vegeta had, Moro was able to regain some of his youth. And like a hungry monster who comes into an unsuspecting village, Moro attacks the local Namekians in his search for the Dragon Balls. A group of Namekians fuse into one being and form the savior of their world, but lose before they even get the chance to strike Moro. He single-handedly kills them by impaling them through the chest. After his battles with Mirrors and almost being killed by Majin Buu, Moro was saved and his goals were achieved thanks to Cranberry wishing for Moro's full magic power to be restored. In return, Moro disposes of Cranberry. It's revealed during a flashback that Daikaio lost his godly power due to being absorbed by Majin Buu. A third wish, which was to release the remaining prisoners in the galactic prison, comes true as a band of misfits known as the Saganbo Brigade round up all the criminals for a grand escape. Prime Moro makes his first appearance at Chapter 51. His rejuvenated design is inspired partially by Malak, a deity associated in biblical sources with the practice of child sacrifice, and even bears a bit of a resemblance to Fawn from Pan's Labyrinth. Moro and his gang, led by Saganbo, scour the universe for nourishment and start wiping out planets left and right, while Goku and Vegeta train individually in order to find a way to counter Moro's energy absorption technique. Moro and Saganbo arrive on Earth in search of greater life energy. They pay a visit to Son Gohan and the others who are in battle against 7-3 and Shimareka. Moro is able to sense Goku's presence when he attacks Saganbo with super high speeds as he employed Ultra Instinct Sign to get behind Moro. Saganbo, wanting to prove himself, inspires Moro to pump in with even more energy. Although it puts strains on Saganbo implodes and Moro calls him pathetic for not being able to handle a smidgen of his energy. Goku asks how Moro could do that to his friend, but Moro states that he has no friends and views the Saganbo Brigade and other escaped criminals as mere soldiers who are replaceable. Moro has no remorse or care for anyone other than himself, as he stated that his goal from the get-go is to destroy peace and cause chaos. Moro goes up against Son Goku, who assumes Ultra Instinct Sign. Although Moro's pushed back a bit, he never once lost his edge in the fight because he wasn't taking it as serious as Goku. As he releases more of his power, Moro reveals that with all of the countless planets he's consumed, his body has been filled with enough power to transcend the gods. Although Goku amassed such incredible progress in the short amount of time before Moro's arrival to Earth, it still wasn't enough to beat him. Moro figures out that Ultra Instinct Sign can't be maintained for long, which is why Goku wanted to end the fight quickly. Moro is also one of the first to get under Goku's skin when he mocks him for not being able to put him down even though he trained hard. Moro catches him off guard by mouth blasting him and tries to steal Goku's energy, but 17 and 18 intervene. They attack Moro with a combined super electric strike but barely scratch him as his chest is sturdier thanks to all the life force energy he's acquired. With everyone out of ideas on how to beat Moro, Vegeta, using the instantaneous movement, appears back on Earth after having mastered the Ardrech specialty. After a couple back and forths, Vegeta appears to make headway. The more hits he lands on Moro, the more Moro grows weaker. This is thanks to Spirit Separation, aka Force Spirit Fission, a technique that allows its user to tear things apart that were combined through fusion or absorption. Moro, who's now been reverted back to his old feeble self, manages to have a trick up his sleeve. He escapes from Vegeta's clutches using his magic and suns OG-73, who has the back of Moro's power, only to consume him. Thus the two become one powerful evil entity. Moro 7-3 makes his first appearance at the end of Chapter 61. His design seems to be inspired by Pan, the Greek god of the wild, who is half man, half goat, as Moro, after absorbing 7-3, has more human-like features and even loses his snout. Moro descends from the skies. Not only has his backup power been restored without a pesky 30-minute time limit, he also has gained the powers of Piccolo and Gohan that OG-73 had. Moro 7-3 understands the gravity of Spirit Separation as he makes sure not to make the same mistake again and let Vegeta and Blue Evolved get a clean shot. He grabs Vegeta by the neck and copies his power, which he uses to knock Vegeta out by using his Big Bang attack. However, Piccolo grabs Moro 7-3's legs and Gohan uses Goten's Galactic Donut to trap him, allowing Goku and perfected Super Saiyan Blue to fire off his Kamehameha in hopes of killing the fused entity. But Moro 7-3 survives. Only having lost an arm, he manages to grow it back instantly thanks to Piccolo's regeneration ability, and he uses it to impale Goku. Moro 7-3 is a monster. He completely dominates everybody. Gohan and the others, much like Goku, fall to Moro's newfound strength as neither could hurt or get the jump on him. Jaco, who was about to be killed, is saved by Mirrors, who imbued his blast with his own ki, and Moro senses that Mirrors isn't immortal. Moro 7-3 realizes that the life energy Mirrors displayed earlier was mere camouflage and asks if he's some kind of deity. Goku rushes back to the battlefield and urges Mirrors to not continue any further with battling Moro or he'll vanish. Moro 7-3 dodges Goku, who takes another crack at him in Ultra Instinct Sign but fails to make any headway. Moro 7-3 grabs Mirrors by his neck in order to copy his angelic abilities. However, he fails when Mirrors cuts off his arm. Mirror sacrifices himself in order to complete Goku's Ultra Instinct training and to bring down Moro 7-3 by sealing away his copy abilities. The jarring shock from Mirror's sacrifice allows Goku to tap into Ultra Instinct properly. Moro 7-3, completely outclassed by Goku's Ultra Instinct, goes full power and tries to attack Goku only for him to bind Moro in a newer version of his God Bind technique. After appearing to best Moro 7-3, Goku attempts to reform Moro by giving him the opportunity to survive and go back to prison, which Moro agrees to after taking a senzu bean. But conniving as Moro is, he instead tries to impale Goku once more only to have his arm broken upon impact. Moro 7-3 manages to fix his broken arm situation by reattaching the one Mirrors cut off when he copied his abilities. Thus, reattaching the severed arm granted Moro 7-3 Mirrors his angelic abilities such as being able to tap into Ultra Instinct. But Goku in Ultra Instinct isn't afraid nor backing down. Even with Mirrors' abilities and his magic, Moro 7-3 can't seem to dent Goku. Each blow Goku deals to Moro causes him to swell and swell as Moro's body is trying to contain the angel power that now courses through it. Planet Moro makes his debut at the end of chapter 65. His design reminds me a lot of the warm version of Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. He's also the second villain after Xenolord Slug to fuse with planet Earth. Moro, in a desperate attempt to contain Mirrors' angel powers, becomes one with Earth. If planet Moro were to be killed, the angel power that has built up in him would detonate, killing everyone on Earth. It also runs the risk of obliterating the entire galaxy. Whis shares with Goku knowledge of how to defeat Moro by telling him to break the crystal in his forehead, thus releasing the angel power that's stored inside. Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta comes to the assist by continuously punching the ground via spirit separation to draw out the crystal in Moro 7-3's forehead in order for Goku and Ultra Instinct to smash it. But Moro drains Goku of his ki and Piccolo comes up with a plan to do a reverse version of spirit separation so that he and the others can give their ki to Goku, but it's still not enough. Moro goes insane with power, continuing to swell and on the verge of detonating, but with a stroke of luck, a huge amount of God power appears on the battlefield. This God power comes courtesy of Oob, the evil Boo who was reincarnated into a good person by Goku, who managed to inherit Daikaio's God power. Goku, upon receiving this divine strength, creates a gigantic avatar version of himself in order to break free and put pressure on planet Moro. Goku in Ultra Instinct manages to deal the last and final blow to Moro by destroying the gem in his forehead and ultimately killing him once and for all. Moro the Consumer of Worlds left his impact on the world of Dragon Ball as one of the strongest, smartest, and hardest to defeat villains Goku and friends have ever faced. His abilities were incredibly dangerous, ranging from magic to stealing opponents' ki and being able to rip planets of their life force in order to grow stronger and stronger. While we weren't able to see the full capabilities of Moro's magic, as it became somewhat of a running gag that he has many techniques, it would have been interesting to see him stand in the depths of space and suddenly absorb all of the life force energy from nearby planets at once. That would have been terrifying. But at the end of the day, Moro became drunk with power once he managed to attain Mirrors' angelic abilities, and the only time he doesn't eat a planet but instead merges with one, it becomes his doom. Thank you for watching or listening to me explain Moro, his ins and outs as a character, the inspirations behind his design and character, and his history. Please make sure to share this video with any fans of the Super manga or anyone who's a fan of Moro the Goat. Thank you once again, and I'll see you all in the next video.